Well, good Saturday evening, good people. Mark Holmes here. And as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know how many times I have probably said that over and over and over again, and I honestly mean it. Just doing a little live stream here just to say thank you because I am honored, I am humbled, and I am grateful for each and every one of you guys. Because when I say without you, it doesn't work, that's the honest to God truth. Without you guys watching and being part of it and subscribing to the channel, we're not here at 100,000. And I say we because it is all of us. And you know, we have been. I wish I could say that we've been to the top of the mountain. We've definitely been to the pits of hell, being a Dallas Cowboy fan. And I'm going to say that this channel. I was having a discussion earlier today with my buddy Game Time Brian. And if you're a channel member, the link is in the description if you want to join in and be part of the conversation and stuff here. My wife, I screwed the pooch last night. Let's be clear here. I screwed the pooch because I wanted to see this number turn over. We did a 6-hour live stream last night. Supermaid, welcome. Supermaid, Shoremaid. Shout out to Shoremaid. Appreciate you becoming a channel member. I wanted to actually see the numbers go from 99999 to 100,000. And last night it was about 3 o'clock. My computer started acting funny, and we were still like 350 away. And I was like, we only got like 100 for the 6 hours we were on. And I was like, yeah, I'll just wait till tomorrow, and get up real early, and we'll start the clock. It was like 7 o'clock. And I woke up at 7 o'clock and I looked at my numbers and I was like, damn. My wife was like, what? I was like, I'm over 100,000. And she was like, congratulations. I was like, no, you don't understand. I said, I wanted to see it go over. So in a way, I was kind of sad about it because I wanted to be here and share it with you guys when it happened. But I'm thankful that we got there, and it's been a long, long road getting here, and I want to say thank you. My wife last night actually got me all of the cupcakes here set up, and she was like, when you get to 100, getting close to it, go ahead and light it up, but didn't quite get to do it, but I'm going to have some cupcakes tonight for my fat ass. Alan Williams, shout out to Alan Williams, Brad Harris, Eastside Herald, JJ, Brian C. Easter, 187 Coyote, Lola, Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Jackie in the house, Brandon Tisdale, Aroni Lips. I don't even, forgive me, I'm a name butcher. That's what I do. Big congratulations, Mark. Wow, it's been a ride, and I have enjoyed it all. Thank you for the time and dedication and your love for the game and this team. Thanks for entertaining and showing us true passion. It's JJ. What's up, CJ? Congratulations, OG. Being a viewer a full year now, keeping me updated with you, Dak Attack, and Angry Cowboy fans. Shout out to you, CJ. Raisin Sack. All right. Give it the thumbs up. Appreciate that. Ahoy, people. And Eric Freeman. Congratulations, Mark, on 100,000. So, for me, one thing I've told my wife, okay, and see, she don't get it, okay. With me, you know what really works with me? I am an attention whore, maybe. I don't know if that's the right term for it. If you end up praising me, oh man, I want to get more of that. So it's one of those things that when something good happens, it motivates me to try and do more. Lady Libra in the house. Thomas Garrett, what's up? Thomas, have you recovered last night? Thomas, the link for the chat is in the community. I think I posted it. Did I post it? Hold on, let me make sure I did. Let's see. I know it's Saturday night, and it's no, actually I didn't. You're a dumbass. Okay, let me try that again. Okay. That's why. Boom. All right. Now it's posted. There you go. So anybody that wants to join in, feel free to go ahead and hit it up. Joanne Gonzalez, what's up, JoJo? Derek, Mark. No, your wings are not in the mail, bro. By the time they get there, man, they'd probably make you sick. And I'm not trying to give you food poison. I have a record of not giving anybody food poison, and I don't want to start today. Laura Cook, shout out to Laura. I've been a whore before in life, but I'm a changed man now. Lola Cowboys. Vinny Hogan, Lady, Jeff Lee, hi Laura Cookie. Laura Cook, I'm sorry, not Cookie, Cook. Shout out to Laura Cook. Roland's Review, shout out to Stacy Schubert. How are we doing? Bye, y'all. Headed to the Zoom. Okay, so here's something that's interesting. Man, now I can't think of his name. He's one of the UK. What is his name? Mike Poland. Okay, Mike Poland, who's part of the UK Dallas Cowboys fan club. Mike Poland posted something that's interesting that should give everybody hope. Okay? Interestingly enough, over the course of the last 3 years, okay? Over the course of the last 3 years. Aisha Robinson, how you doing, girl? And she's getting in here. Unmute your mic when you get a chance, Aisha Robinson. Over the course of the last 3 years, do you know what team has spent more money in free agency? The most. Do you? The team that spent the most, according to Mike Poland, I got to double check this, that has spent the most in free agency over the last 3 years has been the Washington Commanders. And during that time, look, actually, I don't know why they took that off. During that time, the Commanders have been, wait for it, 19-31 and 1. Do you know who spent the least in free agency over the last 3 years? Aisha Robinson, unmute your mic. Thomas Garrett, unmute your mic. The team that's
hey, Ma.
How you
Congratulations,
doing,
100K.
Well, thank you very much. Well, you know, we're congratulating each other because you're part of that 100,000, I believe. So I appreciate it. You helped me get there.
Congratulations, Mark, on your 100K.
Man, I am so. I woke up this morning
Hey,
pissed off.
Mark, I saw your comment on that guy. He congratulated you on 100K.
Oh yeah. He was like and he sent me an email, and he said, "You probably don't know who I am and stuff." He said, "But you inspired me to do YouTube," and my thinking was, I think probably people look and say, "This old ugly son of a bitch with dirty T-shirts and showing his crack. If he can do YouTube, sure, I can do YouTube too." But Mark, Thomas,
Mark, you just don't know, man. But there are a lot of young cowboy content creators.
Mm-hmm.
They have went on record and said that you have played a role in them being content creators.
Like I said, it must be they look at it and say, if he can do it, I know I can. Anybody can do it.
I can't name them all, but I can go on their content creators and I could just type in Mark Holmes and they'd be like, oh yeah, he's my guy. He was the one that got me started. Just by listening to him, it's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing.
It's really humbling. Cowboys Up North, shout out, or north of the border, lawn care. That used to be Cowboys
Mark,
Up North.
what you think about Justin Fields getting traded?
What it makes me realize is, and this is, I got a video. It's not up yet, but I want you to think about this. Cowboys traded up a straight up 4th round pick for Trey Lance, who's got 3 starts in 4 games and 103 passes. And Justin Fields gets traded for a conditional 4th round pick? That's less than what we gave up for Trey Lance. And I'm sitting here looking at all these quarterbacks that are traded around here for literally, change that's in between the cushions of a couch. We always pay too much on stuff. And this is why I don't think if you're a Cowboy fan, You want them to blow it up because what are they going to give Mike away for? Second round pick? You know what I'm saying? I tell you what, Russell Wilson, he's probably mad as a mother humper right now. You know what I mean?
And Mark, if she was here right now, I could just picture him with Saquon going to the Eagles. You went to the Eagles?
Oh
The
man,
Eagles?
he'd be like, "You're dead to me, man. You're dead to me." I got his.
Yo, that's what Tiki Barber said.
Yeah, Tiki Barber. He's
But
a
Tiki
mess.
Barber can't talk, yo. He can't talk.
Yeah, Tiki. Yeah, he's a bum. Cowboys money. But Thomas, I'm wondering how Leo's doing today, man. Leo, for that 6 hours, man, he was hitting.
Leo is somewhere in New Jersey recovering.
Leo was somewhere. He was like this, man. I was like, man, Leo, slow your roll, man. He was just cleaning that pipe and steady hitting that thing, man. He was going crazy on that thing. But
I woke up at 7 o'clock this morning. First thing I did was went to my cell phone and I went straight to you, and you had went over 100,000, and I tried to see if you was, because you said that you said that you may go live this morning, and
I
you
thought
never
I wouldn't
did.
be over it, and I was. Iron Fist 540. Congratulations, brother. I've been here for 2 years now. I think I love the content. Go Cowboys. Well, here's the good thing, at least for me. You know, it may be easier being, shout out to you, Iron Fist. It's easier being a Cowboys YouTuber because there's always some shit to talk about. There's always so much shit to talk about. There's Michael. What's up, Michael?
Hey, Mark. I'm doing good.
Man, I was hurting this morning. Today, I've been working down in the basement trying to get like a little workshop and stuff done. And I came in up here to pick up my drill. And I was like, I'm tired. And I flopped on the couch and fell asleep for about 2 hours. And I'm assuming that Leo is probably still passed out someplace right now with his damn self with all the weed he was smoking. But I got to say.
He probably has the mad munchies right now.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he's got to be. I got to say, man, I can't thank all of you so much for being here and being part of the show. This makes me want to work even harder. And I can't wait until next month we got the draft. And we'll be in Detroit.
It's going to be here pretty quickly.
Yeah, I got Game Time will be there. Prime Time will be there. Unfortunately, Daniel's not going to be able to go, but David Wiley. But the four of us, we're going to throw down. We're going to, good old road trip and get this thing started. I'm going to see if we can do training camp. What's up, Aisha? How's your mom doing?
She's okay. I just came from seeing her.
Oh, that's good.
And Mark, you ever watch Tom Rossi on videos? It's hilarious.
Yeah, Grassi is hilarious. He was NFL Fan of the Year, and he was on the sidelines at the Super Bowl and everything else. He is big time.
Did he present an award or something at NFL Honors?
I think he did end up. He was, or he got an award as NFL Fan of the Year.
I think he just made a video about the Justin Fields.
Oh, did he? Okay, I'll have to check that out. Help me, Rhonda. Rhonda's joining us too.
She live right now.
No, this is a different Rhonda. We got a couple Rhonda. This is Rhonda Ward who's connected to our audio right now. There's speak of the devil. There's Primetime Phil right there. Him and Game Time Brian just got finished their live stream. And they're doing some great work. Yes, sir.
Who do you think the Cowboys should take in the first round in the draft? Like, realistically, who do you think that they would take? Like, is it a tackle, a guard, a linebacker, a defensive tackle, or just whoever's available?
I think you got to go offensive line. That's my take is I think you have to go to the offensive line. Everybody is going crazy right now about, the Cowboys haven't done anything in free agency. And as I was pointing out, the Commanders have spent more money than anybody else in free agency the last 3 years. And they ain't done shit. The Cowboys have done the least, and we've won 36 games. I'm not saying that that's enough to get us over the hump, but when you think about the players that we lost, The offensive line. Tony Pollard wasn't. He's not worth $8 million. Sorry, he's not. Somebody's got me on in the background. You look at the players we lost on defense. Those are basically Dan Quinn kind of guys that are light in the ass, that are fast, but not real big physical guys that can hold up in the run. And I think what you're going to see, and I hope that when we get Michael Gallup's money, when we go through and we do Dak Prescott's deal, that and knowing that we're going to have 4 compensatory picks, that maybe they look after the draft at making some more trades and saying, you know what, we're going to get 4 comp picks and look for some deals like we did with Stephon Gilmore and Brandon Cooks, and also having a little extra cash as some of these veterans get kicked to the curb because you ended up drafting a guy you didn't expect, and you say that guy's going to be able to be plugged in, and they let some of those guys go. Maybe they can find some decent guys to go in there. But I still look at it and say if we can get an offensive lineman, and the good thing about Tyler Smith is he can play tackle, he can play guard. You look at this and say, is there a guard better than what's going to be the left tackle, and then we can move Tyler Smith out there? Or is there a great tackle that we can get in there, leave Tyler Smith where he is? Or if there's a run on both of those, you could say, let's just get a center, and we put Brock Hoppin at guard and put Tyler Smith. So you have some ways of improving the offensive line if you go with that offensive lineman. And I think you've got to go ahead and get a running back. If you plug those 2 spots in, you're good. I got another. Oh, my goodness. We got 2 tonight. 2 new members. Who we got this time? Shout out to Film. Is that Film? Yes, Film. Shout out to Film. And for the 2 new channel members, email me at cowboysmark94@gmail. Cowboysmark94@gmail. So we can get you your shot glass as well as your stress football, because Lord knows the Cowboys will stress you out. And
Mark, is Dak really suing them for extortion?
oh, yes. So if you're keeping up with that one. So here's the timeline of what happened. Back in 2017, Dak at XTC strip club late at night, one of the people that worked there in the back of the SUV, Dak says it was consensual, 2017. Enter about 2 weeks ago an extortion letter, a demand letter from an attorney that said, we want $100 million or else we will file a criminal case. Well, here's the thing. Criminal case 7 years after the fact where there was no police report. It's basically he said, she said. That's more slander. Mike Fisher, according to Mike Fisher, as an attorney, you cannot threaten a person with a criminal suit for money. It's extortion. So Dak Prescott, the week before, went to the Prosper Police Department and said, here's the copy of the letter. I want to get a case opened up on this, and so on. So they started an investigation for extortion. Dak Prescott files in court on Monday a defamation lawsuit against the individual. The individual then on Tuesday goes on 105 The Fan, their attorneys do, and she's interviewed with a darkened face on one of the local news, and then she files a case. So it doesn't sound like she's got the best of attorneys. And the attorney, FYI, they also found some posts in there where he hates Dak Prescott from back before, whack-ass Dak, basically, and he sucks and get rid of him. So there's that. The attorney for Dak Prescott is Levi McLaren, who is the Cowboys, I will say, Mr. Wolf, the fixer.
I don't think the case is gonna hold up anyway.
I don't think it is either. Not at all.
My thing is, let's just say, let's play the what if game. What if it would have happened? What if he would have raped and sexually assaulted her?
Mm-hmm.
He would have went straight to the police right then and there.
Yeah, you would think so.
Why do you want to wait until almost a decade later to do something?
Well,
What's going on, Mark?
Hey, what's up, Davin? How are you doing?
Man. I can't complain at all, man. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you
You the
so
man.
much, man. I appreciate that, man. I'm still numb. I still can't believe it. I mean, we're
And
cruising right now to
Now
200,000.
we waiting for Mark to reach 1 million views now.
Don't
I know
hold your
that's right.
breath
It'll
on
be
that
like
one.
a long time to reach 1 million viewer or subscribers.
Don't hold your breath on that one. Kiana Gibson, shout out to you. I appreciate that. Great supporter, and I know I've been butchering your name for years. About the only way I would probably get to 1 million would be is if I got an interview with Dak Prescott. That'd be about the only way that I would get a bump up there between the haters and the trolls. Definitely. I had a question in there. Here's what I think. Okay, and I'm not okay. This is just conspiracy theory and all that. Some people out there are a little possessive. And this is where I think Cowboy fans are. Whenever we have a player, we don't want them, but then we get mad when somebody else gets them. You know what I mean? No, think about it. For how many years have we been saying get rid of Tyron Smith, right? Everybody's, I'll get rid of Tyron Smith, man. He's a bum, right? Zeke, same thing. Man, get rid of Zeke, right? Right? We get rid of Zeke. Man, we should have never got rid of Zeke, man. We need to bring Zeke back. I said, wait a minute. You literally been saying for 3 years, get rid of the guy. Now you say bring him back? So with this situation, here you have Dak Prescott, who, they're talking about $60 million a year. You see his girlfriend and the baby that they just had and stuff. And you're sitting here and you're thinking, and I don't know how much of a relationship, if they had a relationship or anything like that. And it's like, you know what? That should have been me. That should be my baby, and I should be in that mansion over there, and that should be my man. I'm not saying that that's what happened, but in my mind, could you see that kind of jealousy right there?
Yeah, and not only that, this girl know that Dak Prescott got a big contract coming up.
Right.
All of these blessings is happening all at once, and then you see this no good, devious, sadistic female individual. Everything is clicking. The past is coming back, and all you saying is coming back, and she's probably saying, "Damn, that baby should have been mine."
Let me get a chunk of that. Shout out to Randy Sites. What's up, Randy? Shout out to you.
Hey,
Randy, are you going to meet
Mark.
us in Detroit? Yes, sir, Devin.
Not to cut you off. I'm from Philly, though, right?
Oh, Lord.
And I was looking. I know they suck.
Mm-hmm.
They suck. But my cousin is Corey Clement. He used to play for the Eagles, man. That's actually my cousin.
Who is?
And then he.
Wait a minute. Who's your cousin?
Us, right?
Who's your cousin?
And then he came to Corey Clement.
Oh, Corey Clement. Okay. All right.
I like to say hello to all the chat. It's like I honestly, it's like I know y'all because I watch you and I never called in. I just want to, call in and show Mark some love,
I appreciate that, man.
That's big, man. And continue to be great. I text that to you. I don't know if you know that's me, but I
thank you so much.
Continue to be great, my brother. Yep.
As a matter of fact, Corey Clement played with the Cowboys briefly.
Yep.
Did he play for the Giants too?
I think he did, didn't he?
No, it wasn't the Giants.
Oh. Maybe it was another
the Cardinals. He played for the Cardinals.
Cause didn't he play college at Wisconsin too?
Yep. Ron Dane and the boys.
Yep.
Oh man. It's good to talk to y'all, man. I'm gonna be here just chilling, just listening.
Well,
I wish I could have stayed up last night, Mark. I ain't gonna lie. I wanted to. I honestly wanted to.
When I saw this morning at 7:00 that it was like 200 over, I was like, "You mean I missed it by just a couple of hours?" I was sick. I was like, "Damn, I didn't see it." I was literally sick, but it's all good. Christina Johnson, thank you very much for the congratulations on the 100,000 subs. We're congratulating all of us because it's all of us that did this together.
And during
okay, KT, that's not funny, man.
I was getting ready to say that.
And during Mark, when you went to sleep, you got about you went over about 600 when you went to sleep.
Did I? Man,
Yeah,
when the thing crashed, it was all the people that were playing. Because everybody was like, subscribe, unsubscribe. Because the number kept going up and down, up and I was like, okay, y'all just playing now. But it was all good, man. It's like I said, it's crazy. I never thought about being a YouTuber. Or doing this, or actually even talking in public. Because when I first started doing like Joe Boo stuff, Linda, shout out to lovely Linda. It was just me holding Joe Boo and doing this and holding the cell phone and talking. I never thought I would be sitting here doing this stuff, but it has been an incredible ride, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys that have been here and being part of the show. It's just
think,
living
Mark.
a dream.
Just think, Mark. You will be a made man once you get that silver plaque.
I tell you what's funny is when I got up this morning, I was like, wow, I hit 100,000. I'm 100,000, and I was like, okay, so what happened was there was like little confetti that popped up here this morning when I first turned it on. It's like, okay, so that's it.
Hey, Mark.
that's it. It's just another day. Okay, that's all it really is. Yes, ma'am.
Hey, when you went to Philly, did you ever try that cheesesteak?
I have been to Pat's and Geno's, and it was the worst thing.
I heard Pat's and Geno's sucks.
The worst thing. There's so many tourist
I agree.
places that are famous, and they're famous because they're famous. And people go there, oh, man, you got to go to Pat's and Geno's because that's the name you know. I have had some good cheesesteaks in Philadelphia, but they're not from Pat's and Geno's. The only place that I will tell you, there's a hot dog place that's in Detroit, and I can't remember the name of it, that was on Diners, Dives, and all that stuff. Terrible hot dogs. Pink's out in California is another one. Man, that shit was just terrible. But if you go to New Orleans, one of the famous places, and it's hard to find a bad meal in New Orleans. I'm going to be honest with you. You got to work hard to find a bad meal. But Mama's is one of the famous places that's down there. And that place, oh my God, that shit was so good. That was one of the best meals I think I've ever had in my life. And that's one of the few places that they actually are a touristy place that is actually good. Rhonda Ward, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm good. How about you?
I am living the dream and just humbled by all the love and support that I've gotten from everybody. I just feel like I'm on top of the world.
I'll tell you what, 100,000 ain't bad for a moron, is it?
For a moron, that's right. All of us YouTubers from our mama's basement that are morons. That's right. Yes.
Right.
So I don't know what that makes for all y'all watching a moron. What does that make y'all?
Yeah. That means we're a bunch of morons too, I guess. I don't know.
Well, we can be morons together. Regina Green, thank you very much. Blazing Wolf knows about mamas.
I'm going to tell you what, Mark. We start our day with you. We end our night with you. We're with you from the morning to the fireside chat. 7 days a week.
I appreciate that.
I agree. I'm with you too, dude. Every day, all day.
That's crazy.
I can't wait for you to I can't wait for you to shoot a video, man. I really can't. Because I'm in Philly and they stink.
Well, here's what's funny is there's a lot of Cowboy fans that are in Philadelphia, because I know like Game Time Brian, he's outside of Philly and things like that. But I have a lot of people say I'm from Philly and all that, and I'm a Cowboy fan. But if you go through YouTube analytics, and they have so much in there, you could go crazy. You could spend days just looking at all the numbers and stuff. The number one city that I have viewership is Dallas. The number two is Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It's like so they're watching. They're watching.
That's the same thing on my Facebook page, because I got a lot of Facebook friends that are from Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia and Washington. And I asked one of my Facebook friends one night, I asked her, I said, how can you be a Dallas Cowboy fan and you live in Philadelphia? And she replied back to me and she said, fuck, pardon my language. She said, fuck the motherfucker, talking about Eagle fan, talking about the Eagle. I'm like, man. What? And, I replied back and I said, okay, I ain't mad at you.
Thank you, David Wiley. Appreciate that.
I'm just glad you're a Cowboy fan living in the devil's den.
And that's one of the things that's always driven me crazy is, You have some people that look and say you can't be a Cowboy fan if you're not from Dallas. You're just a bandwagon fan. It's like, listen, I am 58 years old. I was a Cowboy fan before they ever won a Super Bowl. All I know was I want to be like my dad. If you want to say I'm a bandwagon fan of my father, okay, I'll take that because that's how I got my love of it.
I got a lot of Cowboy fans right here in New York City. So,
but if you are a Cowboy fan in Philadelphia, you got to take all that abuse from those Eagle fans. You get all the Eagle radio stations.
We got Eagle fans out here too, so
right.
they bandwagons.
I literally grew up during the heyday of the Washington Redskins. Okay, my brother hit Tyron Talbert's wife's car. Okay, the high school I went to, Richie Pettibone was the defensive coordinator. His son, Richie Jr., he was a year older than me. He was a linebacker on our team. His sister was a cheerleader. Joe Gibbs' son played JD, was the quarterback of our crosstown rivals. So I was all in the middle of all of this, and this is when Washington was winning Super Bowls. And it's like, screw that shit. I'm a Cowboy fan. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's harder to be a Cowboy fan in Philadelphia actually Washington now, they're tame now, than it is to be one in Dallas.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That's fine. Cowboys for life. I love them.
Hey, Thomas, how's the barbecue out there in Tennessee?
It's cool. Barbecue is cool here.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want some good barbecue, you may want to go to Memphis.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're in Nashville.
I heard the Memphis barbecue is pretty damn good.
Memphis barbecue is really good.
My barbecue is good.
Derek Young says he's a Cowboy fan in New Jersey. Aisha Robinson or Alan Williams says in Syracuse, New York. Most of the time, Eagle fans are not so proud. I'll hear that. I feel sorry for Cowboy fans that have to deal with this shit. Okay. Alan Williams says I'm a Cowboy fan in New York. Man, yeah. So we're all over the place, man. That's the great thing. Social media and the internet.
You might have Cowboy fans living abroad.
Oh, I got lots of them there because the whole in England and Germany. Sven is from Germany, and sometimes he's on here during the game watch parties, and it's literally like 3:00 in the morning where he's at. So it's like, man, that's a true fan right there.
Yes.
So is everybody feeling doom and gloom for the Cowboys, or are you hopeful?
I'm hopeful. Always hopeful.
You're always hopeful.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what to say about Jerry Jones and Steven.
Well,
I'm just gonna go with the flow.
That's all we can do on that one.
Just see what happens. I just let everything just play out. I don't say, I don't talk shit. I just let it play out. Just see what happens.
Mark, I remember this reminded me of 2016.
Mm-hmm.
We had that, I think it was 79 and 2015, the year when Tony Romo got hurt, broke his shoulder twice.
Mm-hmm.
Dez Bryant was snapping on everybody. I think that was that year when we went some like
4-12.
I think that's when it was.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what our record was.
2014.
But anyway,
2015.
Yeah, it was after the 2014, 2015. Yeah.
Yeah, 2015.
But anyway, 2016 came around. Everybody give us if anybody mentioned before the season started, how would the Cowboys do in 2016? Everybody would be like,
oh, after Tony Romo got hurt, oh, season's over. Everybody like, oh man, we're screwed.
Everybody was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
And then preseason came, played Seattle. Tony Romo broke his back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, everybody was really saying the season was over.
Yep.
Dak Prescott came into the picture.
But remember, before Tony Romo, your backup, Kellen Moore, broke his ankle.
Right.
So Kellen
Right.
Moore broke his ankle, so that elevated Dak, so he got more reps. And then here it is, Seattle, boom, Romo goes down. It's like, oh crap. And I'm going to say, timing is everything, because you think about a lot of the problem that a lot of the young quarterbacks have when they're thrown in is they haven't gotten any reps, and sometimes that first experience you have in football will screw you up. When you're Washington, you're a quarterback there, you're just going to get screwed up. And I'm not going to necessarily say that everybody that they've drafted and had there as a quarterback is bad. It's just something about that team. But because Dak Prescott got elevated with Kellen Moore getting hurt and getting those reps, and Tony Romo basically having all those veteran days off, that gave Dak a chance to really get himself comfortable, because he played in, basically started those preseason games before Romo got hurt. And that was the difference. If Kellen Moore had not gotten hurt, and it had been that Kellen Moore got hurt during the season, and now we're throwing Dak in there, I bet you he fails.
And,
not having that work.
So all I just got to say is don't talk too quickly, because you saw what happened back in 2016.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying that 2016 is going to happen this year. All I'm saying is be careful, because if we have a good year, you're going to have a whole bunch of people saying, well, oh man, I didn't know this was going to happen, or I didn't know that was going to happen. Be careful.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful. Mm-hmm. Let everything fall into place, whether we win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
Let it fall into place.
Now here's where I'm also going to tell you that right now the Eagles, they're patting themselves on the back with all their free agent signings and everything else, and they got $30-some million in cap space and stuff. Take a look. Go to over the cap and look at cap room. Okay, you see us right now. We're second from the bottom. We only got $3.8 million right now. At some point, come June 1st, we'll get the 9.5 for Cooper Rush. I'm assuming we'll get Dak done and CD Lamb, so we'll create some more space there. There'll be a couple more players that get cut off of this roster and stuff, and maybe they restructure or whatever. But look at 2025 season where the cap space is laying out right now. The Cowboys are set to have about $93 million next year as currently constructed. The Eagles, they're only having about 12. They're in the bottom 5. Those bills that they've kicked out there are coming due. The Cowboys are going to have 4 compensatory picks next year. You watch.
Mark.
You watch after June 1st, when we start getting some of that money from Dak Prescott's contract and Michael Gallup, you watch. The Cowboys will be working some trades with some of those draft picks from next year.
Mark, I'm not hating on Philly. I'm not hating on Washington.
I am.
I'm not hating on some of these other teams that made these big pickups.
Mm-hmm.
All I'm going to say is be careful on how you acquire all of these sexy toys, because it'll come back to haunt you. Be careful. Sometimes it's not good to get all of these sexy toys, because you get all these sexy toys, there's going to be a couple of toys that you ain't going to play with, and those couple of sexy toys that you ain't going to play with, it's going to get pissed.
Well, okay, how about this? What did they say about the Jets going into after the offseason? What did they say last year after they got Aaron Rodgers and all that?
The Jets are going to the Super Bowl.
Right. What happened the year before when Denver got Russell Wilson? What did they say about the whole AFC West? Best division in football, man. It's going to be a juggernaut, man. And Russell Wilson with Denver, how'd that work out?
It was too many sexy toys, man.
There you go. Buffalo, when they signed Von Miller, oh my God, Von Miller and everything else, right? And how did they do? They didn't go any further
Well,
than they did before. That's my point. Just being is, or even when the Eagles traded for Kevin Byard, remember? Oh my God, Philly 500 bombarded me with all these pictures of Kevin Byard. We got the best safety. We got an all-pro safety and everything. Man, you're not going to be able to do anything with our defensive front and everything. And how'd that work out for him? You know?
Hey, Mark, you mean to tell me some Cowboy fan wanted Justin Fields?
Okay, some Cowboy fans want anybody but Dak Prescott. That's just the way it is.
You got these. You know, you got some of these Cowboy fans who live in a fantasy dream world. They be dream piping their ass off, and when you try to talk to them, they want to get mad at you. They want to cuss you out, and I'm like, screw it. I'm not gonna talk to you no more. You know, you fall on your face, and when you fall on your face, don't get mad at the world. No. That's your childish ass fault for continue on fantasizing, hoping that we can get this player and that player with all of them.
Shout out to Brad Harris. Thank you very much for that super chat, buddy. Mark, you're the first Cowboys YouTuber I ever started watching, and I'm still continuing to watch. You do so much amazing work, and I want to thank you. Thank you, Brad Harris. Man, the amount of love that I've gotten here, even from some of the Eagle fans and the trolls and everything else, man, this is incredible, man. I could almost cry. But this is cool. But you know, everybody always wants those pieces, and believe me, I'm in there too. And when you hear
another Cowboy fan right now,
Twiz Dig, appreciate it.
I mean, another Eagle fan. I mean,
shout out to Twiz Dig. Congratulations, Mark. I give you a lot of crap, but it's all love. Go Birds. There you go. And that's the way it's supposed to be. We all want those shiny new pieces that make you go, oh my God, we got this guy. And it gives you hope. You know, when you think about Derrick Henry, you say, man, Derrick Henry, the things that you do. Some of what you remember was, you know, some of those, you know, 1,800 yard season. He's come back down to earth. And I'm not saying that he wouldn't help us. He really would. But how many people last year wanted us to go ahead and sign Odell Beckham? Right?
Yeah, a lot of people.
Right? You know, oh my God, we got to go, man, we got to get Odell. Odell had had Michael Gallup numbers.
When last year?
Last year, no, actually a little bit better. He had about 500 yards, and Brandon Cooks had about 120 yards more than he did.
Oh, that's crazy.
Again, so Baltimore signs him to a $15 million a year deal. That's $50 million. They released him after one season.
Where do you think Odell's going to end up at, you know?
Who knows? Well, let's see. Is he injured? He'll end up with the Cowboys.
Say that again?
Mark,
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell me, I signed up to be a channel member several months ago, and I haven't received my shot glasses or anything. Can you tell me again what the email is? Maybe I sent to the wrong place.
Well, we changed up on the Thrive. We actually stopped using it because we didn't use it like we were going to be using it. CowboysMark94 at Gmail. Email me and say, help me, it's Rhonda. And I'll make sure that we get it there. We're still actually resetting up a new site for it, but CowboysMark94 at Gmail.
At Gmail. Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Just email me tonight because I'm going back home tomorrow morning, and I'll make sure that the stuff goes out to you right there. And put your channel level that you're on, if you're a Mojo or a Tailgate or a Superfan or what. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for being a channel member. And same thing for the two new channel members here. Again, email me, CowboysMark94 at Gmail, so that way we can get you your shot glass as well as your stress football, because the Cowboys will stress you the hell out. They're not going to extend that. They're setting things up for Trey Lance. You know, if I had $1 for every time they said they were going to get rid of Dak Prescott and so on, I'd have quite a few dollars.
Yeah, well, when he's doing great, everybody loves him, but when we're not winning, everybody hates him.
Oh yeah. I want you to think about this for a second. How many people are there in the world right now? Is it 8 billion? I don't even know. It's so many out there. Is it 8 billion?
think it's like 7 point something billion or something like
Yeah.
that.
Okay. How many good quarterbacks are there in the NFL? 10? Let's just say 10.
Maybe 10. Maybe 10.
You're talking about 10 of the
About
top
10 to 12.
8 billion people in the world. There ain't many of those guys around. You look at how Jimmy G's getting re-signed. You look at how many teams Sam Darnold's gone through. You look at Mac Jones going to Jacksonville. You look at Kirk Cousins going to Atlanta. And, here it is, Justin Fields going, of course, with Russell Wilson to the Steelers. They're not going there because they got better options. There aren't any options. There are not a whole lot of quarterbacks. The whole idea that all you got to do is draft a guy in the first round, all these guys that just got traded were all first-round drafted quarterbacks that couldn't bust a grape. And so to turn around and just say, oh, man, just get rid of it. We can get anybody to do it. No, you can't. No, you can't. It doesn't work that way.
I don't think Mac Jones was drafted in the first round. I think he was drafted in the second round.
Okay.
No, he was drafted in the first round. He was a late first round draft choice.
Oh, he was? Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Okay. There's
Yeah, he was a late first round draft choice from Alabama.
Hey, Thomas, how's your
Yeah.
sister doing? The one that's the Eagle fan.
Oh, she doing good.
Okay.
She doing good.
The email address is pinned up on the top
She
of the chat.
happy?
Huh?
She happy about all those picks they got?
Oh, she probably is. I haven't talked to her none this week so far. I'll probably talk to her tomorrow.
Okay, so how many people are upset about Tyron Smith going to the Jets?
I'm not upset at all. It's like I wish to Tyron Smith the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all lost like 3 players, right?
Oh no, we've lost several players, but okay. The better question: of the players that we've lost so far, do you feel like we can't replace them? That's a better question.
He's definitely one of them.
Okay, I mean we've lost Biotish, we've lost Tony Pollard on the offense, we lost Tyron Smith, we've lost Dante Fowler.
I can't believe you
Dorrance
lost Tony
Armstrong.
Pollard.
It's not really lost. I should say we didn't want him. They could have gotten him if they wanted to. They could have franchise tagged him if they really wanted to keep him and pay him $12 million, or they could have offered him a contract. But $8 million, $8 million, I thought that was a little steep. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it was a little steep for Saquon, and I think Saquon is not going to be what the Eagles think that they're going to get with him.
Saquon got his bag, 36.
I ain't mad at him for getting paid. But, that might be one of those moves you look back and say, damn, we paid him too much money.
Well, the thing is, though, because Saquon Barkley going to the Eagles.
No other team
telling
going
more.
to get that to him.
But the thing is, though, I think, can Saquon Barkley stay healthy?
That's what I'm saying.
Yep. You just hit the nail on the head. And the Chiefs, Eagles, and 49ers at least have their shit together from the top to the bottom. Yeah. AJ, you're 100% right on that one.
Well,
AJ with
Tyron
another
Smith going
Dak
to the
fanboy
Jets, can
excuse.
Tyron
Okay,
Smith
Cowboys.
also stay healthy as well? Because he couldn't stay healthy with us, for a whole full season. And it's like, man, it's like, dang.
Uh-huh. And it sounded like Saquon's had great games against
Who's a
us.
first-round Hall of Famer, no doubt about it.
Yeah. Dorrance Armstrong was a nice player, and that would probably be the biggest loss that I would say we've had. On there, Neville Gallimore, I had so many hopes and dreams of Neville being that, the Canadian bulldozer stuff, but after he hyperextended that elbow, he was never the same. But Dorrance Armstrong benefited from being a rotational player and having Micah Parsons on the other side. I don't know that he's really as good as his numbers are. It's a guy you'd like to have, but $15 million, sorry, that's too much. That may be a fourth or maybe even a third round compensatory pick.
Cowboys
the
right
real
before the good
fan,
story.
does anyone honestly think Dak should be $50 million a year? Here's the thing. And go ahead and call me a Dak Prescott fan and things and all that. But we had the same discussion about $40 million. Right? People are saying, "Oh man,
All right, I agree with everything.
You know what I'm saying?
With everything you're saying. I'm with you on the Dak. I'm all over it.
Well, here's the thing. Last
1,000%.
year, so here it was. Joe Burrow broke the bank with $55 million. The problem we have is how the Cowboys structure it. We are paying Dak Prescott $40 million a year, right? You've got Jalen Hurts at 51. You've got Justin Herbert at like 52 or 53. You've got Cincinnati Joe Burrow at 55. Their cap numbers for the first couple of years are all under 20. The problem is the Cowboys keep waiting to do Dak Prescott's contract, and it keeps screwing them up. I still don't understand why they're waiting now, even to say we're doing August. The money will go up. That $60 million, if Dak signs it for $60 million, that's not going to be the highest forever. The number's going to continue to go up. Jimmy Garoppolo was once the highest paid. Kirk Cousins was once the highest paid. Matt Ryan was highest paid. So it's not like guys are highest paid. Heck, Jalen Hurts was highest paid there for a minute, along with Lamar Jackson, and then of course Justin Herbert was, and then Joe Burrow. You had 4 guys that were the highest paid last season. And now you look at it and say, well, shit, $51 million a year sounds pretty good, right? Come next year, $60 million is going to sound pretty good. And that's what people don't seem to understand. So if you actually calculate the money in last year's salary cap, it's really about $53 million a year on what it would be last year for 60 a year. So that's my take. So when somebody says, do you think he's honestly worth $60 million? Well, in about 2 more years, the salary cap's going to be about $350 million. So there you have it.
Man his money. Get that man his money.
Yeah.
That's it. He doesn't deserve it. He might sucks in the playoffs. I agree with that. But who doesn't? Love him.
And Mom, what's with all these players going to the division teams?
It's all about the money. It's not just players. How about coaches?
Fans is upset.
How about
fans is upset.
Coaches as well? Kellen Moore going to the Eagles, Dan Quinn going to the Commanders. Hey, everybody's an independent contractor, and you're going to take the best job and the best money. There is no more loyalty. Go Pack Go. Shout out to Go Pack Go. The one thing I will say that okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mark. No, you good.
I said we've already seen what Dan Quinn can do, so I'm not too worried about the Washington Commanders. But the Eagles, they're the Eagles. We'll see. I'm waiting for them to say the dream team. That's what I'm waiting for them to say.
Oh, there you go. But see, Washington again.
But
Washington
they say that because of death. I'm sorry.
Washington has spent more money over the last 3 years on free agents, and look at where their team is.
They need to look for a new stadium.
Oh shit! Well, it's no longer FedEx Field. They're looking for a new name. Same game, same piece of crap, but it'll be a different name.
They might as well just call it Garbage Field.
Well, it is that. It is that for sure.
I mean that FedEx Field should just be condemned, like really condemned. I mean that place there is just like, why don't they fix it up? It's like, why is the owner being more cheap than Jerry Jones?
Okay, let me say something here, because here we have Twizdigga and all the Eagle fans and everything else that are, talking and pounding their chests out and saying that Jalen Hurts put the team on his back and everything else and got the Super Bowl. Here's the funny thing. Over the course of the last 5 years, the Cowboys have won 1 playoff game, right?
Eagles had a great run. That is it.
But guess what? In the same 5 years, the Eagles have won 1 more
two
playoff games. They won 2 playoff games. And
Playoff games,
do
you're
we
right,
really
correct.
do we really count beating the Giants in the playoffs a playoff win?
No.
You talking about when they beat them?
Yeah, that was last year.
Oh.
Because remember, they lost
I
to
know.
Tampa Bay last year. They lost to Tampa Bay the year
Mhm.
before. So they won 2 playoff games. They choked in the Super Bowl.
But
It's
when we
not
beat
that
Tampa
far
Bay,
of a difference. I mean, we beat Tom Brady in Tampa
at
Bay.
the time he was old, he was old and all this crap.
Yeah, and they lose to Baker Mayfield.
A win is a win. Dak cooked in that game.
They lost to Baker Mayfield. We beat Tom Brady.
Facts.
So I'll leave
Right.
that right there. So, you Eagle fans that are pounding your chest, that are constantly trading and signing people left and right, you're not that far ahead of us, bro. In fact, I believe the Cowboys have stomped in your throat more than once. But then again, what do I know? I'm a guy with a day job, a voodoo doll, and 100,000 friends.
Well,
Facts.
that voodoo dog freaks me out. I'm sorry.
Leave Joe Boo alone.
If it wasn't for Joe Boo, trust me, we wouldn't be even over here talking to
There you go. You got to have a stick. You got to have something that's memorable. Tyler Heineke beat Tom Brady, and Tyler Heineke got kicked on out of Washington too. All right, so we're coming down the home stretch here. Now, I was supposed to have these, I thought, last night, but I'm gonna light my 100,000 here.
Mark, it look like you playing Nintendo.
Playing Nintendo.
That's why I come Washington and keep eyebrows.
Who's that?
Eyebrows. Tyler Heineke. All right, here we go.
Hey, Mark.
This is because of all of you great fans out there. Okay, this
Ooh, I want some.
I wish I could give one to y'all, because my fat ass don't need to be eating all these. But let me say from the bottom of my heart to each and every one of you 100,000 fans, trolls, and haters that are all here watching the content and being part of the channel. You make me want to work that much harder. I appreciate and am humbled and love each and every one of you guys and can't thank you enough. And I'm going to do a quick wish. I know it's not my birthday, but I'm going to wish for something.
Make it count.
In fact, actually, everybody wish for something. And if you're a Cowboy fan, I know what you're wishing for. I know what you're wishing for. It's probably the same thing I am. So on the count of 3, I'm going to blow these things out. You got your wish? Everybody got their wish?
Got the wish.
Okay.
Got the wish.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to stuff my face
Did you-
with one.
Yeah,
Hey, thank you everybody for being here and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report, man. I can't believe we have 100,000 subscribers.
Mark, say something for Miss Tracy.
Oh, she's not. She don't do sweets like that. The only sweet she says she needs is me.
Can't wait to meet you, dude.
Definitely, my man. We're gonna be at the draft next month. Primetime Phil, Game Time Brian, David Wiley. We will be probably going to training camp as well to see what new pieces that we have and see if there's any hope. And definitely we'll be doing a few games this year now that we've got the Red Brick House done and together. So I appreciate that. Boys,
Where's the draft held at this year?
Detroit.
Oh, Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, Michigan. Yep. And we
Oh,
are.
C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he went back to Eagles.
That's good icing.
Maybe in Minnesota.
We are
Me.
about 3/4 away from the draft park. So we are like in the inner circle of the city and all that. And so I cannot wait to get there. We'll be there actually Wednesday, scoping out the spot that we're going to be hopefully broadcasting from the park and bringing you all the look in what's going on during the draft. And hopefully the Cowboys do some good things. So with that being said, thank everybody for being here, and I hope
Thank
you all
you.
have a wonderful weekend. I'll be doing my regular live stream for Sunday where we're going to whine and bitch and everything about the Cowboys, and hopefully we'll do better. Maybe we'll find some news about the Cowboys actually signing somebody else. As always, thank
Wine
you
said,
all.
"What's the news?"
Well, we're going to end it with this.
Disrespected yet? Does this defense have any heart?
No, they suck.
First and
I've been
10.
telling you all season, Philly.
Shit on you. They shit on you. Don't you hear me? Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Slay, they shit on you. They've shit on you. They have shit
Mom,
on you.
you should see what Philly be
Don't
playing.
you hear me?
Oh, I know
Jordan
he's always
Davis,
playing
Jalen
B.
Carter, Slay, they shit on you. Kill them.